Aye, so what about yourself?
Yeah.
What's the day you've been having?
Oh, well, I had, it was one of those days where I didn't have too many meetings. I sort of deliberately kept it free because I needed to get a few bits of work done, you know, where you just have to do some work. And there were a few distractions. But it just, you know, when you don't have the meetings, don't have the interaction, it kind of grinds on as well that afternoon. So I was looking forward to finishing off the day and getting stuck into the songwriting, actually. And it was a nice weather outside, and I didn't step outside once, I don't think, either, which was a bit disappointing. I'm now in my garage at the back of the garden. We've got this little garage. You can see the wall at the back, because that's the only place I can sort of be quiet and no one can overhear any sort of songwriting or anything going on. So that's where I am.
So you don't annoy anyone or risk the opinion of anyone. Sometimes, I don't know if you ever get it, sometimes you could be doing something and then I like that Neil Diamond song you were playing earlier on. You're like, oh, you spent hours crafting a song.
I don't think I've not had that, actually. No one comes and comments, they just ignore me. But on the flip side, if the family are doing their own stuff, the last thing I want to do is hear me blasting out loads of music. So, you know, I'd have to play really quietly, which would be sort of not very productive for the songwriting session, to be honest.
And that's one of the reasons why I like having a wee keyboard as well. They're essentially silent. You know, if you don't want to hear it, you can just headphones in. But at the same time, it's a keyboard that's its own. You know, it's got its own logistical issue. You need to, essentially, it's basically an ironing board, isn't it?
But also, I find that the difference between the guitar and the keyboard when it comes to some of your songs is immense. There's someone, one of my songs the other day, I'd initially written it on the guitar. And shared it with a few people, and they were like, yeah, great song, gave me some feedback, etc. But then when I sorted it out on the piano, I sent it back to someone. They were like, wow, total transformation of the song. Sometimes it can make a really big difference.
It can. It's actually quite, you know, even just, you know, on a guitar, the easiest thing to do is like a C, A minor, F, G, and you just rattle that out. But you can play that just and on the piano, something that you don't learn until you're on a piano is you can invert the chords and stuff, you know, whereas obviously in a guitar you've got the bar chords, but it still sounds the same, rough, you know. But on a piano, you can, you know, just move that one finger or move, you know, same chord but just a slightly different feel to it, and that can change where you would then go or how you would play a C into an A minor. It's got to be totally different, whereas the guitar,
absolutely.
You know,
and actually, what I find sometimes is being able to play that sixth or seventh on the keyboard really makes a difference to how it's sounding as well. So anyway, so what are we planning today? What's our plan of action?
So what I often do, if I was going to be doing a collab, is open up one of the various sites, like Centric or something, and not to actually write a song but just to see, here's what people are looking for. Can that maybe fire something? And then see if there's anything we come up with that. So I don't know if you want to try that, just to see what the market is, or if anything that's in your head, because I saw you had the guitar earlier.
I don't mind. You know, while I was waiting for you just earlier, I was just sort of warming up a bit. It's just like, I just pulled a few things out the air, and I thought, this could be quite interesting. So I'm happy to talk you through some of them and just see if anything sort of resonates with you as well. But before we do all that, are there any sort of rules of the game when it comes to sort of the collaboration and how we work together, or anything we should just sort out up front?
Generally speaking, 50-50, no matter what happens, unless just, you know, at the end of this, I can't commit any more time to this, and you then do clearly way more. We'll talk about, we would talk about that. But I think just off the start is 50-50, because we're going to be, it's the music and the lyrics. It's probably going to be us together doing it. Production wise, are you confident at producing? And because that's obviously the kind of after the collab part, but it's like, where do we go with that? I can do everything.
Once we've nailed the song, i.e. the melody, the rhythm, the lyrics, the chords, once we can decide if we, what instruments we think can go in the song, and then I can, between us, I'm sure we can find the right singer, the right whoever to play the various instruments. That's absolutely fine. I can tap into people, so that's no problem, that bit.
No, that's it. It's just what we do after, but we'll know probably where we're going. Where if we're doing emotional pop for a trailer, contemporary building, you might have an idea for that you want to go and run with. There you go. The reference.
Emotional. What's a trailer? When you say trailer, you mean like a trailer to a TV program or something?
Yeah, just that. Just be that kind of build, so it'll not necessarily. I mean, they've not given too much away. Let's see if there's anything more in the application. Nothing at all. So not giving anything more than they're looking for a contemporary building pop to bring a trailer to an emotional and hopeful climax. So I'm assuming they're just. It's not like a 3-minute song. It could be a verse, a bridge, and then a good, big kind of joyous, epic chorus. Friendship, love, heartbreak, sex, and queer positive artists.
Okay.
So that's one there. We've got an energetic rock for a TV series. It's high energy rock track, adds to the comedy of the scene. Think big guitars, punchy drums, lyrically pretty on the nose. Something that showcases attitude and builds excitement. And it's I Fought the Law is what they're using specifically as a reference, which is quite specific. That often, to me, it seems, like when you see programs or movies, when they're getting made, there's people dancing randomly to nothing. And they're probably told, dance to I Fought the Law with a Clash in your head, but we can't afford to.
I see,
dynamic percussion for an athleisure. That's just going to be percussion, isn't it?
Okay. Don't think that's.
So there's only 2 to go. We've got rock or emotional.
I think the emotional pop sounds good. What were the trigger words there that you were saying? What were they? Why were they going after?
It was, so they wanted to be emotional and hopeful climax. Lyrically, themes of friendship, empowerment, love, and heartbreak, which is pretty much
friendship and heartbreak.
Yeah, wow. Friendship, empowerment, love, and heartbreak.
Okay, friendship, empowerment.
In the last sentence, I don't know if it reads well, but if I say it aloud, are preferred as well as sex and queer positive artists.
Clear positive artists.
Queer.
Or queer. Yes. Queer positive artists. Okay, fine.
So love, heartbreak are preferred as well as sex and queer positive artists. I'm assuming, and again, this is just I'm assuming it's for centric when you apply, when you go to your application on there, you select your song, put a song in, tells more about you. I'm assuming that's where you put in, I would be a queer artist, or I'm an ally, or whatever. I'm assuming that's maybe what that is, because it doesn't make sense in the brief as that. But the friendship, empowerment, love, and heartbreak, I mean, it's all 4 of them, isn't it? Yeah. It's pretty much.
Well, in that case, it's a wide brief. Let's go for that.
It's an emotional pop trailer, wanting friendship, empowerment. So, without any effort, I'm thinking it's how you had a relationship. It's kind of fell away. The bridge being how things are turning around, and the chorus being now I found love. Just without any.
Maybe that could work. So if we do verse, bridge, and chorus, you're sort of going. Yeah, it's just the usual, isn't it?
Fell in love. They want a trailer. You and I could go and write a full song. This isn't.
Yeah, fell in love.
Also, they'll have a deadline on this that's going to be, they want it tomorrow lunchtime, which isn't going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. I tell you what, here's some of the things that, I mean, we don't have to be too obvious either.
No.
Here's some of the things I wrote down as I was waiting for you earlier. Just warming up. I don't know if any of these resonates, but let's think a bit outside the box on this one. So I wrote, will you wait for me?
Right there, that's it.
Will you wait for me? Okay, tell you let me know afterwards which ones you like the sound of. I wrote fast lane love. Fast lane loving, actually, I wrote. I can't even read my handwriting, to tell you the truth. Fast lane loving. That doesn't quite fit. I also wrote before you lose him. So it's almost like a wake up before you lose him, I was thinking in my mind. So like wake up girl or wake up boy before you lose her. And then I was thinking moonshot. I don't know where this came from. Moonshot. You know, moonshot is that sort of like almost like that impossible goal that they're trying to go for.
Oh yeah,
and that sort of felt quite nice. If like what if you were aiming from a love point of view for a moonshot, I thought there's something might be in that. I don't know how it would go into the song. Then I was thinking about don't get in the way of the flow, and I was just trying to work out how if you're heading towards. I was just thinking if you're heading towards love, how do you avoid like, you know, getting obstacles in the way? That's what I was thinking there. I wrote down waiting in line as well. I was thinking, you know, people waiting in line, that's like you're sort of just biding your time, aren't you? You sort of, so from a love perspective, I was thinking to myself, is waiting in line a sort of metaphor for you haven't found the right person, you know, it's taking a long time, you know, are you ever going to get there? Are you ever going to find someone? Did I write any others? Hold on. There's always tomorrow. Like, that's hopeful, isn't it? There's always a tomorrow.
It's almost
there's some of my ins.
Oh, I'm trying to write a note there and it's coming up. Oh, it's coming up in grey, and that's what it is for some reason. It's just coming up in a strange font. Well, it's almost, if you look at that, we've almost got there's almost like a wee hook line there of like, don't get in the way of the flow, reaching for the moon within an impossible goal kind of thing. It's already there.
Yeah, what, we combine a few of the ideas, yeah?
Aye, it's already there. Wake up before you lose him.
I just thought there's something around that. I'll build, if you like some of those ideas, let me build on them a bit further. Literally out of my top of my head, because I only literally wrote them down before we joined the call. So Moonshot, I was sitting there thinking that could be a really nice, almost like a very pop hook. You've got a moonshot, or I'm your moonshot. You see what I mean? I could just see that being the start of the chorus or the end of the chorus as the hook. I'm your moonshot, baby. How about that? I'm your moonshot, baby. Don't let me down. What's this program you're doing right now?
Oh, this is Logic. I've just opened it up to
okay.
Just open it up just to put notes in there and see if anything musically came. Because sometimes when you're reading the words, there's almost like I'm a moonshot. That's now Spaceman.
Oh, nice.
But we could play with that.
Yeah, that's good.
What have I got here?
Don't let me down. I'm your moonshot. Don't let me down. Something about moonshot, baby. It just feels really poppy. That. Let me look up moonshot. Moonshot. I don't really know what a moonshot is. I thought it was like something really like you're reaching. I don't want to say reaching for the stars because that's such a terrible metaphor, isn't it? But it's kind of like it's when you've got bold ambitions. That's what I'm thinking. Moonshot is. But I don't know. I've never actually used that word.
A monumental effort and a lofty goal It's a giant leap, long shot.
Yes. Right. Okay. So if you're thinking, right, if she's saying, I'm your moonshot, okay, let's say that means that what she's saying is that you've got, as in her fella, has got a really lofty goal trying to get to her. I really like that. That feels empowering to me, because she's sort of saying, look, I'm putting myself out here. I'm backing myself. I'm your moonshot. Yeah. It's a lofty goal. Yeah. I wouldn't use that in the song, I don't think. But so you've got your sights on me. Again, a really terrible metaphor. Maybe let's say he's got his, actually I didn't ask, are we writing a song from the male perspective or the female perspective here, do you think? If it's about empowerment.
I think we go female if it would be empowering, and also the meeting's ending in 10 minutes, so just a wee 10-minute warning there. So
okay,
7:25
minute warning. Okay.
I would say from I'm basically pretty much as good as it gets. You need to, it's the last verse of You're the One That I Want, isn't it? Of better shape up in this direction kind of thing. And that wouldn't work if Olivia Newton-John was singing his bits to her and her bits to him, for example. It would sound a wee bit get your act together if you want to be with me.
Yeah. Well, I don't think necessarily we have to go down that route.
No.
I think let's say in my mind, obviously I'm just making it up as I go along. he's up to par, right? He's okay. He's all right, but she's just reinforcing that. Yeah. I'm your moonshot because I know you've got it in you to hit that goal, to hit me, to get me. Yeah.
I think so. I think we come up with that. But we're looking for contemporary building pop track with an emotional and hopeful climax. That goes in there, doesn't it? That goes in there. So. And I know you've had walls up. I know it's been hard before. We can work together, kind of, because that's the friendship. So we can build this thing together. Nothing's going to stop us now.
Brilliant. Oh dear. There's nothing like having some reference songs. Yeah. Wait a minute. So we got
and meaningfully weaving.
I like
weaving them in.
The other way of looking at it is that if you go the other way and go, you're my moonshot, babe. How about that? So he is her moonshot. He is her lofty goal, and I'm out to get you.
So maybe something like you're my moonshot. Something like I'm gonna make it right. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, so you want to make it right, as in?
Because going if we're building from somewhere. So we're building from a place of not thinking that we're able to be that person that is in the right headspace to be with someone that feels unattainable.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're basically saying is that they're starting off unsure of themselves. They see this guy, this friend. I see you across the room, that sort of thing. I'm not sure whether you've noticed me. It's that. Could it be like that? It could be the sort of, I see you. Have you noticed me? That sort of thing. Have you noticed me? I don't want to make up all these metaphors. It's difficult, isn't it? Like you go.
Sometimes the metaphors work. I mean, if you look at a lot of the modern pop songs, a lot of modern
That's
pop
true.
songs
Yeah.
often are just a collection of just sentences that often say the same thing until they get to a hook, and then they just do the hook for a bit. So
yeah, I'm your wolf. So how about I'm your wallflower? So I'm just thinking how you sort of get to if we're saying that eventually he's her moonshot eventually, all right, yeah. So right now we're like, well, you're like my unaspiring. You're trying to explain that he is this almost untellable, impossible goal. Yeah. So you're too far from me. You're too far away. Maybe it's a distance thing rather than a I don't feel, do I feel you? Do you feel my love? I don't like that because that's a sort of Adele lyric.
I mean, as soon as you say it, the tune comes in, doesn't it? That's
yeah,
and that's often the issue if you do something that's a recognised lyric.
Yeah, no, I don't think. Yeah, you're too far away. Have you noticed me? Type thing. It's interesting trying to write lyrics with someone else out aloud. I've never done that before.
But it's just because often sometimes when you say them out loud, immediately as soon as it's out loud, you go, oh, no, can't use that. Isn't it almost as soon as it's committed to the atmosphere, it's like, oh no, hold on, out loud it doesn't work. But sometimes you could write a beautiful piece of prose on paper, and as soon as it gets that flow of when you speak it, it's like, oh no, this is nonsense. But on paper it can be really nice.
You're right, and it's kind of like we'll just sometimes it flows, sometimes it doesn't. So maybe she's getting in the way of herself.
So is it from a first person? It says, am I in the way of myself?
I'm getting in the way. Am I getting in the way? Maybe it's a question. Am I getting in the way of myself? Stopping your flow. Your flow. Am I getting in the way of this love affair? Of this love? Of this new love? I like when it's like new love. Am I getting in the way of this new love? Stopping your flow. Slowing. Something that rhymes with flow. Slowing the show. That's not very good. I'm just sort of placeholder.
Flow is just there, isn't it?
Yeah, I like the flow. Stopping your flow. Do you even know? We can just write all this stuff down. Are you just writing some of this stuff down, and then we can...
I'm just taking me notes.
Yeah, I'm writing it down too as we're going. Stopping. So, I'm getting in the. Am I getting in the way of this new love? Stopping your flow. Do you even know? What have you got there?
Oh, it's just that put up the rhymes with flow.
Flow, yeah.
Obviously, everything that you can imagine, colours of the rainbow. The scenario is in there.
All right. Nice.
A lot of the words have been quite.
What website you got there?
Just a rhymer.com. Just sub the fourth word down in the old online rhyming dictionaries.
That's good. So wait a minute. I've got this so far. Okay. Am I getting in the way of this new love? Am I getting in the way of this new love? Stopping your flow. Do you even know what I'm dreaming of? And of then rhymes back with the love. How about that? I'm not quite sure the new love bit. So we've got, am I getting in the way of myself? Am I getting in the way of this new love? Might work, I don't know. or it could just be getting in the way of myself, of this new love. Shouldn't even need am I. Maybe it's getting in the way of myself, of this new love.
It's often the way I'm reading it is almost like it's like a faster, more upbeat song. So it's
Yeah, that's what I'm.
This new
Is
love. Boom, boom.
Yeah, is that
boom, boom.
Is that what our brief is?
It was an emotional.
Matter.
Well, technically it doesn't matter, but
it doesn't matter. Okay.
We'll just.
But let's. There we go.
There we go.
So we should just explain what. Yeah, we should explain what's just happened. So we've been off camera for about 15 minutes when our Zoom meeting ended, and the next one was set up. We were saving our video. The next one was set up, and in the meantime, it was a really great opportunity for both of us. We went away and we were like playing around with some extra lyrics. We were playing around with some chords separately, and actually I think that's helped inspire us a bit. So we're now just getting back together on our second half of the meeting to find out what it is we've both been up to. We were sharing some of the stuff on Facebook Messenger while we were apart, weren't we?
Yes, absolutely. So we're sharing some. I came out with a few things, but then you just shared a little thing that was that's where we're going. Simple as that.
Yeah. Well, okay. If you like it, that's great. We've got two different ones there, but let's go back to. Shall we just get the chords, the lyrics down to what we've done already? And so what I think we've got at the moment is, and I don't, these are just placeholders. This is like the verse. Getting in the way of this new love. Slowing our flow. Do you even know what I'm dreaming of? So that's the sort of verse. I haven't got a bridge. I've got a bridge actually. I'm not sure if it's the bridge for this, but if the bridge works for this verse, because it says, because my bridge is, if you reach for the stars, you know you'll hit the moon. Oh, no, wait a minute, it means to be I. If I reach for the stars, I know I'll hit the moon. I'll take a shot at loving you. I know it's pretty basic. Best I could do in 2 minutes.
Not at all.
And what I like about that one is take a shot at loving you, then links back to Moonshot. See, it's a slightly different use of the word shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we've got Moonshot. You missed all this video audience because we were writing this on Facebook Messenger together. Moonshot, you're my moonshot baby, reaching out into space, and it goes soaring high across the sky. You're my moonshot baby, moonshot. Now let's guess what the name of the song is from that.
It's going to be Dreaming.
Now I did get while we were doing it, then I've got a second verse. This was quite hard fought, the second verse, because I'm not quite sure if this is quite right, but listen to this, see what you think. I never thought it would happen this way. You were always there, just out of reach. I never realized the road to take, and this is the twist, till our friendship flowed into our first kiss.
I quite like that because that's a kind of doesn't rhyme but rhymes kind of thing. So I never thought it would happen this way. You were always at a reach, is that?
Always just out of reach. You might not need the you were. Always there, just out of reach. They always say cut down the words. I always write too many and then you cut them down afterwards.
It's better to start with too much, though, isn't it, than having to pad it out with words, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And then it says, never realised the road to take till our friendship flowed into our first kiss. So sort of happen this way kind of rhymes with take a little bit, and then reach rhymes with kiss in a sort of vague poppy kind of way.
If you were Macy Gray, reach and kiss rhyme, don't they?
I'm sure she can make anything rhyme.
Sure should work with it. So I've just got I'm just trying to see.
So we've now got 2 verses, maybe a bridge, although it was a bit lame, I suppose. So it was okay. And then we've got our chorus, okay, our pop chorus.
Yeah, isn't it?
We about enough. Was that enough? No, I didn't. And so let's just work through if it actually works out. So let's just get the meaning. So moonshot, you're my moonshot. You're my moonshot. So basically saying you're my lofty, like you explained earlier, you're my lofty goal. I'm going for you. I'm reaching out to space. You are the thing I aspire to, my lofty goal. Okay. So then we're starting at the beginning. We're saying, getting in the way of, I'm getting in the way of this new love, slowing our flow. Do you even know what I'm dreaming of? So she's kind of like, I'm not sure this is going anywhere because I'm stopping this happening somehow. She hasn't quite explained why, but yeah, fine. then we're saying, but however, you can either go straight to the pre-chorus. This is a pre-chorus, not a bridge, actually. Then she could say, but she wouldn't say but. She'd go, if I reach for the stars, I know I hit the moon. I'll take a shot at loving you. Yeah. She's gone, I'm not sure about this. I'm getting in the way. But if I do reach for the stars, if I do hit the moon, I'll take a shot at loving you. And then she's going, because you're my moonshot, I'm going for this. Okay. So that seems to flow. Then we've got, we're back to verse 2, let's say. And then she's saying, look, I don't know. We're sort of explaining how it's happened. Yeah. Because they say, I never thought it would happen this way. You were always just out of reach. We haven't quite explained that, but yeah, fine, out of reach. Never realized the road I need to take. Maybe that doesn't actually move it forward, I don't know. Till our friendship flowed into our first kiss. So that's the hint of what actually has happened. They were too far away, but finally our friendship flowed into our first kiss. Yeah. And that links back to the slowing our flow in the first verse as well, which is quite nice. And then you go, if I reach for the stars again, I'll know I hit the moon. I'll take a shot at loving you. Because our friendship has just flowed into our first kiss. Doesn't mean it's all, lovey-dovey yet, does it? They've just flowed into the first kiss. Still not sure about everything. So now I'm saying, if I reach the stars, I know I hit the moon, take a shot at loving you, and then you're my moonshot, you're my moonshot. So now I think, how does that sound, by the way? I know I'm sort of on a flow.
That's it. I don't want to, as the song says, interrupt your flow.
Okay, so let me just keep going then while we're if you're hanging on my every word. The bridge, I think, now needs to land this sort of thing that we've created. At the moment, I don't quite think it lands it, and we may need to go back to the first verse and just add something to help with the reason this is a moonshot. So I don't think we've explained why he is this lofty goal enough, or why I'm going for it. That's the bit.
Are you going for it because it's a friend, and the old adage is you don't date a friend because it could, if it didn't work, kill your relationship? So something along the lines of you know that something might die, but
that could be
something beautiful can rise from the flames of a love that something.
Or okay, that's good. That's good. I like that, because is she worried about losing the friendship, or has it dawned on her that because they're friends, there was always that spark, always a spark. Yeah, there was always something there that they never explored until now. How about that?
That's exactly
You
it.
think so? So wait a minute. So there was always a spark. I don't know what the words are yet, but there's always some sort of spark. You know, and now we finally, what did I say? Uncovered. What did I just say there? Uncovered it. Discovered it. We finally discovered it.
It's almost even like uncovered it, discovered it, and now that was always there. Boom, 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 boom. I went into like 1960s nonsense there. But,
okay, so we can have some. So that's quite nice. We can have it. We can explain this through some very short, punchy, staccato sentences that will make a perfect bridge. Yeah, I like that idea a lot. So let's just go run through this again. She is they were they're friends. They're friends. There's always something, but there was always something there, hidden away, not hidden. Yeah. I knew there was a spark. A spark. Knew a spark. Never explored. Till that night. I don't want to say we had a fight. That's so awful. Till that night. So there was always a spark. Always a spark. Never explored. Friendship. Is there something to explain that? Is there a word, a phrase we can create, okay, that is that when they've always been friends, but there's always been something there? Yeah? Because that happens a lot, doesn't it? And a lot of people are in that situation. I bet there's a load of people out there that say they're friends with someone, but actually there's a sort of an unsaid, unexplored, yeah?
That way of one of them just has to say the word, but neither of them do. But if someone just like, well, we just make a go of it.
I've definitely written a song or two about exactly that before. Yeah, you're always waiting for that other person to say how they feel, don't you? And then, do you know what I mean? And you're never prepared to say it. I'm not sure we want to go down that particular avenue on this one, because we've already told them that it's kind of happened. But so we don't necessarily need to explain when it changed. We're trying to explain that there was something always there. I think that's what we're trying to do. There was always a spark till that night. Friendship. So what is a friendship that is a hidden love friend? If I was to say it, it's called a hidden love friendship. Yeah. A hidden love friendship. That's not quite right. A unexplored love. Unexplored. What words for unexplored? I just want to get that. I've got my thesaurus.
All right, that's it. Go for it.
This thesaurus. If you always go online to do thesauruses, you're missing a trick, they say. Because this is the one that gets you all the way it's shaped out. Right? Unexplored. There you go. Neglected, unknown. 491. Can I tell you when I got this?
It was in the late.
No, I think it was the late 80s, not the late 90s.
Oh, see, that's
old, isn't it?
Well, not at all.
But I didn't use it for about 20 years, I'll tell you. All right. 491. Ignorance. Oh yeah, there was some ignorance, inexperience, rawness, folly, darkness. Our love came into the light. That's a bit like
I love coming into the light is it's a wee bit creepy, isn't it? It's not necessarily the song of love.
No. Okay. So we've got what we're saying here. We're saying that wait a minute, I had written earlier actually while we were waiting. I thought loving you was impossible, out of reach. Just friends. A friendship breached. What happens when you start exploring it? You breach the friendship.
Well, technically you have, because you've made a gamble on it, because you've
gambled. I like that.
Because you've technically gambled on the fact that this has to work, because if it doesn't work, then it might be you might have lost a friend. So you have basically played all the cards you've got. And obviously, you don't want to be doing a gambling thing, but it's that kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that. Now, so here goes. So now you've just said all that stuff. Here we go. A friendship breached. I roll the dice. I don't know if it's past or present. Roll the dice. Explore these feelings. Light the spark. Doesn't quite rhyme yet. Light that spark. Don't want to go too down to spark and flame. There's too many songs at the moment using that stuff. Hidden love, friendship, unexplored love. Unexplored, explore these feelings. Okay. Well, should we leave that as a placeholder for now? Because otherwise we'll just end up in a rabbit hole of trying to crack the bridge. I think we know what we're trying to do with the bridge, don't we?
So what have we got just now for it?
Okay, hold on.
So it
says friendship breached. Rolled the dice. Explore these feelings. Light that spark. What we're trying to say there is, this is a moonshot. And why? Now you see. Now we know why it's a moonshot. It's this really amazing friendship that if we miss the target, lose the friendship, aren't we? The friendship so it's sort of like we're saying, will the friendship explode? And it's like you said, fragile. Okay, right. What's the time?
We're just coming up in 7:10.
Okay, so why don't I then wait a minute, if you're recording it on Logic, well, I suppose why don't I I'll play those to the video as well. I'll play that melody we played before, and we'll see if it still lands. Yeah,
theoretically.
Okay, and then
I'm just thinking theoretically. It is a nightmare to record on live, but if, for example, in one earphone you had a little metronome or something.
No, if you give me the metronome. Oh no, I can.
So see, you had a metronome. I could then just go in and rip the audio straight out and actually use your guitar to build the track round, if you like.
Can you give me a metronome?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'll see if it comes through. So go to share.
Just
I don't see why you shouldn't.
See if we can. Yeah. Oh, you know what though? I'm going to have to take my headphones off. Will you? Can you hear it? Okay.
Yeah. That was literally just me fiddling about.
Yeah. Hold on. So let's see. It's not very constant actually.
Is it dipping?
I tell you, yeah, it's coming and going. I'll tell you what we'll do is let's just try and crack it. Because you're recording the video, let's just try and crack it, the melody, and then you can sort of afterwards you can then put it in. Yeah, send it back to me, and I can send it back to me as a beat with the piano, and then I can sing over the top on my door later.
Yeah. No
okay. So for now, let's just go off door and just see if we nail it. So I'll give it a few different versions, yeah, and then you tell me if I need to move the melody higher, lower, or whatever if it's sounding too same. So do you want to stop sharing so they can the video can see me? Because also I don't know if the video can see me. So it goes like how did I do it before? Moonshot, you're my moonshot, reaching out into space, soaring high across the sky. You're my moonshot, baby, moonshot, baby, moonshot. You're my moonshot, reaching out into space, soaring high across the sky. You're my moonshot, baby, moonshot, baby. How does that sound?
It's especially when you're singing, it's fine. I think on your side, can you do original sound on? Is there an option for you to do that?
What, in Zoom?
Yeah.
Meeting settings, I can do. Let's see. Background filters disconnected. Meeting settings. Original sound. That's
the one. If you can do original sound on it, because what happens?
No, I don't have any of that. No.
That's all right because
Are you recording? Is it recording because of the video? Yeah, fine. So
I got the video.
Let's just see if. Okay. Now I did sing the first verse earlier. We might have to go back to that. Let me try again and see what the verse sounds like, because I was going to go. So we're doing a pop beat. Yeah. So. Am I getting in the way of this new love? Slowing our flow. Do you even know what I'm dreaming of? If I reach for the stars, now I hit the moon. I'll take a shot at loving you. Moonshot, you're my moonshot, baby. Reaching out into space, soaring high across the sky. You're my moonshot, baby, moonshot, baby. How's that sound? So I'll carry on and see. We'll just carry on a bit like that, and then we'll change it up a bit. So I'll do the second verse. I never thought it would happen this way. Always there, just out of reach. Never realized the road to take till our friendship flowed into our first kiss. If I reach for the stars, I know I'll hit the moon. I'll take a shot at loving you. You're my moonshot, you're my moonshot, baby. Reaching out into space, soaring high across the sky. You're my moonshot, baby, moonshot, baby. How's that sound?
That's good.
There's a few good ones. Now let's try that other chord sequence I tried earlier. See if that works better. Okay.
What was that one again?
So that second one is B minor. What you want? The first one or the second one?
What was one you? That was a B minor G.
Okay. Yeah, that was B G D A.
Aye.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So now we're going to go for B minor D, E minor, G A, or just G. Yeah, we'll see. So this is like let's see what this. I mean, the melody might be the same, but I'll try and change it up a bit.
That's a bit more fruity.
Yeah. He goes, my moonshot, you're my moonshot, baby, reaching out into space, soaring high, across the sky. You're my moonshot, baby, moonshot, baby, moonshot. You're my moonshot, baby, reaching out into space, soaring high, across the sky. You're my moonshot, baby, moonshot, baby. How's that one sound?
I think possibly the 4 chords for the verse and then the 5 chords for the chorus.
Okay, nice one. I like that.
Just a bit more movement, you know.
Right. Yeah, no, it makes sense to me. I just before we finalise that, because I like that idea a lot. Let me just play the verse. Let's try a verse with the 5 chord one. See what that sounds like. See if anything different comes to that.
Because it might actually even work better with the 5 chords for the verse and the 4 for the chorus.
I don't know. That's it. Yeah, who knows? Yeah. Okay, so let's say so again. I mean, it depends. We've got to get a few ways in here. Actually, yeah. Getting in the way of this new love, slowing our flow. Do you even know what I'm dreaming of? If I reach for the stars, I know I'll hit the moon. I'll take a shot of loving you. And a moonshot, baby, reaching out into space, soaring high across the sky. You're my moonshot, baby, moonshot, baby. I'm trying to make the chorus melody higher than the verse melody. It's sort of going up and up each time to make it build. Shall I have another few rounds of that? See how it flows?
No, I think.
Tell me if you think there's any.
Just try.
Oh, I tell you what. Let's try and get the bridge then. Hold on. So we have to change the chords down. So go. So it's gonna. I've just finished. The bridge goes after the chorus, doesn't it? You don't do a verse then the bridge, do you?
Generally, no. You kind of go in the.
And then we're going to go to
G.
G. Okay. Friendship breathed. Roll the dice. Explore those feelings like this, like this spark. Is it just G, A, B minor, A?
I think maybe G, A, then D minor, and then A possibly.
Friendship breached, roll the dice, explore those feelings, and light that spark. Like that. Friendship breached, roll the dice, explore those feelings, and light that spark. Yeah, and then we go without the beat, don't we? The next chorus goes without the beat. You know, the beat goes and it goes. I'm a moonshot, you're my moonshot, baby, reaching out into space, soaring high across the sky. You're my moonshot, baby, moonshot, baby, you're my moonshot, you're my moonshot, baby. Reaching out into space, oh, soaring high across the sky. You're my moonshot, baby, moonshot, baby, moonshot. You're my moonshot, you're my moonshot, baby, moonshot. You're my moonshot, you're what I'm dreaming of. You can just carry on and on, you on that.
Oh, that's the thing. You can
and live it all the way. I actually think
heavy rock.
4 chords. That's true as well. The 4 chords, I think, could be better in the chorus.
Aye.
I'm just thinking that 4 chord it depends on the melody. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They could go both ways. Do you think the 4 chord and the 5 chord could go together in the same
Definitely.
song?
Definitely.
If we go, getting in the way of this new love, getting in the way of this new love, slowing our flow. Do you even know what I'm dreaming of? So that's the 5 chords.
I think that works better as a 5.
If I reach for the stars, I know I'll hit the moon. I'll take a shot at loving you. And then we go to the 4 chords.
And then the 4.
Moonshot, you're my moonshot, baby. Reaching out into space. Soaring high across the sky. You're my moonshot, baby. Moonshot, baby. Moonshot. Okay?
I like it. We'll keep it. we'll keep that one.
You know what? This is one of those moments. I think it's the same when I'm writing a song by myself, but together, we've just spent an hour maybe, and I'm coming up with something. I'm buzzing. I'm really excited about this. What do you think?
Yeah, no, definitely. I like that. So what I'll do, because we've got 6 minutes left, I'll get the video and the audio, and then I will just. Do you want me just to do just a basic backing track for it, and then give it over to you? Do you want?
I'll tell you what you do for now, just to sort of circumvent, shorten the time frame. Just put a simple disco beat on it. Yeah, I think it could be disco beat on this one, or just a house beat, and put just a funky bass line. Nothing too complicated. Funky bass line, the bass, with the chords we just said. Pop it over to me, because then what I'll do is I'll sing it in properly with and I'll just try out a few melodies. I'll put the melody on the keyboard so I know where I'm heading with it. And then I can get it back to you to work out, whatever else. And also you'll have a think about the structure as well. I think it's verse, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and then bridge, chorus, chorus. Yeah, okay.
That's it. It's worked for dozens of years. I was going to say millennia, but it's worked since the 60s. I think that'd be good.
Let's not try and reinvent the wheel on this one.
No, I mean that's the thing. People try it and it just often fails. So I'll just give you just a basic shell. You do your stuff, get it back, and then we'll produce a dance hit.
Exactly. I think we will. I honestly think we will. We'll smash it out of the park. Honestly, this came from when I was while you were scoffing down your Burger King or whatever. No, McDonald's. Your big
McDonald's
Mac. I literally the seventh thing I wrote. The seventh thing I wrote down was Moonshot. That was it. Do you know what I mean? It just comes from nowhere, does it?
But my moonshot is try to get McDonald's to deliver a full proper order.
I tell you, that is an impossible dream.
That really is. You can dream the old Frank Sinatra, dream the impossible dream. He knew.
At least you got a refund. That's the main thing. Oh dear. All right. Oh look, this was brilliant. Thank you, Andy. I really enjoyed that. That was so much fun.
No, it was very good.
Together, I think this is the start of a new collab partnership. I'm telling you. I think fingers crossed. Or maybe I'm jumping the gun.
Oh no, not at all. I will see if we go, and I'll see if my friend Fiona is interested in singing this one. She's very aye, sky's
absolutely. If she's up for it, totally. Well, look, I better leave you because I know you're going to have to now spend an hour waiting for the video.
That'll be here until the small hours of the night trying to get this video. Apparently,
Oh,
apparently it takes a lot longer if you use the cloud version of Zoom, which I can only imagine the pain of that
oh
exercise.
gosh, yeah,
So I'll leave you
exactly.
to it. That says about 7:20.
Cheers. Oh well, there we go. You
Well,
see,
1:30.
you can crack these things out in short space of time sometimes, can't you?
Absolutely.
I've got to say though, I really liked the I think that 10-15 minutes where we were by ourselves was the thing that made it work for us. If we hadn't have had that bit, I think we'd have been sort of bouncing around ideas and not quite nailing it at that point.
Because that's the thing that collabing is. Sometimes it's good just to actually do the thing of, here's the thing I've done, and then you presented, you then presented essentially an almost complete version chorus at that point. So that then gave us more to go on.
Yeah, no, well, that's it. For some reason, at that point in time when we were waiting, that was that point in time, and it happens to me a lot, where it just clicked, and my brain went into overload, and I just started writing the lines, and for some reason the chorus just came out in one. Where is that chorus? Because I wrote it twice.
It came through very, very quick. That was
that one. That I literally. I mean, it wasn't very. I mean, it's not complicated. That's why it came out so fast, because it's like Moonshot, you're my moonshot, reaching out into space, soaring high across the sky. I mean, it's not. All I've done is repeat Moonshot 4 times, haven't I? I've not really done very much. But it just came out. That's the thing. So
that's it.
Yeah. Cool. Good. I'm gonna go. But thank you. That was great. And we will. What we should do actually is, we should do the recordings bit, and then maybe we should catch up again on video, maybe on the weekend or something, on the video once we've got a bit of a semblance of it, and just and chat it through and play around on the video, so we can top and tail the final video with that as well.
That's a good idea, because it means we're not just going to produce the next time you hear it's this fully produced thing. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. All right, gotta go. Thanks a lot.
Have a good one.
Really enjoyed that. Speak to you soon. Bye.
Bye.